Whoever asked about Derek White before the game jinxed us because he was really good tonight. A lot of credit to our guys. I thought we competed. We didn't play great basketball, but we competed all night, and that's why it was as close and pretty much down to the last 3 or 4 minutes. We didn't knock the shots down that we needed to knock down early. Ball got stuck a lot. And Trey had a tough defender guarding him all night, and another valuable lesson of playing under control, staying out of crowds. He's gotten a really good defender that's guarding him all night, and he struggled, and we were able to balance it out, and he was able to get going a little bit late. But this is a tough team. They do a good job for the most part of defending without fouling and putting you in tough positions in crowds, and we didn't punish them.
Coach, do you know what happened with that Torian Prince ejection?
Probably bad choice of words. I think we've dealt with technicals in the last couple weeks. I know Bays is at a high number, and Trey obviously got it in the other game. And the only thing I can say is you got to be disciplined. And we all argue, myself included. Vince got one tonight. TP gets two. And it's a matter of how we communicate. And I take all of these as opportunities to educate our guys on the importance of communication and how we communicate with the officials, whether or not we agree. But we still have to show a little bit of respect for the game, and we've got to be smart. And I think I just got caught with a bad choice of words. And, they have the authority and the power to make the call. And if they felt something was said inappropriately, he's going to call it technical.
What's the right answer defensively? There's the other team has a big point guard and a rolling big man who can both roll and pop to shoot.
It's still a 5-man defense, and so we have to be at the point of the screen. We have to be way more physical into the ball handler. We're looking to avoid screens at this stage right now, and it's a lot of guys looking to avoid screens as opposed to guarding the ball handler. And so that solves a lot of your problems just at the point of the screen. And then it's the discipline. If the big is rolling, our bigs just being in a ball and basket mentality and keeping the ball handler from getting to the rim and not letting the roller get behind them. It really gets tough when you have a guy like LaMarcus who does a little bit of both. He plays pick and pop, and he hit his first 3 shots on pick and pop situations. That's where we need the weak side help. When he's rolling to the rim, we still need the bottom of the weak side to come in and try and impede his progress a little bit as he's rolling, and hope that they throw skip passes. And we've got coverage there. We can keep the ball out of the paint, force them to throw it over the top of our defense. Then we got to scramble a little bit, but we prefer to do that.
Coach, some would say, when you have questionable calls, get a tech, get the team back into it, or what's your mindset when it comes to that?
Say that again?
Sometimes when there are bad calls, sometimes the coach will get a tech to get a next call or get the team going. What's your mindset?
My mindset is, what we'll continue to educate our guys is we're a no excuse team. And, to me, a tech is for anyone, myself, the players included. I don't really know how to justify that. We've had techs that have gone the wrong way. Our momentum has got killed. And I can get a tech. We give them a point. I don't know what that solves. Go into a game and say, I'm going to get a tech, and now you guys are going to play hard. If that's the answer, then we got a problem. There's going to be questionable calls from the start of the game to the end of the game. So I don't know which one I should get the tech on. But I don't know if that also sets the right example, because I'm preaching to our guys of playing no excuse. I'm preaching to our guys of playing through contact. Things happen. We're on the other end of it too, where they're getting bad calls if we're getting to the foul line. There's just the mentality of guarding the pick and roll, playing through bad calls, playing unselfishly when we're being defended the right way, that we need to develop. And I'd rather focus on that than, berating someone on the sideline.
You mentioned the way they were defending Trey. Being that it was a little bit different than what you saw on Monday when they were really trapping him a lot, tonight they were kind of trailing him, it looked like, more. Is that just something that he has to recognize and adjust to, or is there a different plan?
Yeah, I think when you have an elite defender, and I've been around a few, Tony Allen was the best defender I've seen in the NBA. We didn't trap in Memphis. Mike Conley, Tony Allen, and Marc Gasol, who was Player of the Year defensively. When you have an elite defender that can do enough damage by himself, you don't have to trap. And they have a guy, and I think Derek White is an elite defender. Any guard that can get 6 blocks in a game is pretty good. And so, that's disruptive enough, and that's why it's a different scheme. And so, we have to find ways to help any of our guys when you have a guy that's like that. Get off the basketball, play second side, get it back on the third side, and then attack as he's moving and coming out of a closeout. But at the point of attack, he's pretty good. And we just didn't do a good enough job at the point of attack to get off of the basketball, play through other guys, and then get it back to Trey. I thought when we did, that's when Trey got a couple N1s. But that's just, it's part of it. We've seen so many different coverages, and sometimes you think you're rolling, and then you see a guy like Derek White. You see a team like San Antonio come in and then give you a different look, and they make it tough for you in a different way.
Coach, Alex Poitras's getting some minutes these last 3 games. Are you liking what you're seeing from him on the court?
I did. I don't think we're going to be seeing it for a while. His ankle is swollen up pretty good, and I can tell you right now, he'll be out for a while. So it's unfortunate because he had been playing well. He's perfect timing when John was out and Dwayne was out tonight, and Amari's going to be out for a while, and so we're banged up at the big spot. And obviously John is back, and we hope to get Dwayne back shortly. But it's a tough break. They said it was really bad watching it, and I just saw his ankle swell up, so I know he'll be out for a while. But he had been playing well.